Hey everybody, thanks so much for joining us here live on Facebook. My name's Ryan Cassady. I'm a product manager for Mackie. So as you can see, we're going to be talking with you about a whole new line of products from Mackie. One's a direct replacement for a solution we already have in the market, and that's what the prize is going to be today. And the other is an extension of that line. Speaking of the contest, we are going to be giving away an awesome prize. So what we need you to do is just hang through our broadcast. It'll be pretty short. And at the end, we'll ask you a question, and we're going to choose someone live here on Facebook to walk away with that prize. Also, throughout the broadcast, ask us questions. We've got someone moderating the feed right now. We're going to have a Q&A section at the end, so go ahead and get those questions out there as they come to mind. Before I dig into all of the details of the new products, let's first focus on the flagship of the series, and let's start that with a video that goes over some of the great features and benefits of that product. All right, so video was awesome. I hope it gave you a bit of an insight into what we're talking about today, which is a refresh of our all-new FreePlay, and this is called FreePlay Live. It is a direct replacement for the FreePlay that's out there right now. So you can see from the video that FreePlay's always been about performing, presenting, and playing. For performance, it offers everything you need to go out and busk or do a brunch, a duos, keyboardists, singer-songwriters, everything you need for a great solution for that. For corporate AV applications, it's also been a really great choice to do lectures or presentations or have background music. And of course, just pure music listening enjoyment. FreePlay, especially FreePlay Live, is a high-powered, great-sounding Bluetooth speaker that's just awesome to have around the house. So when we refresh a popular product like FreePlay and we want to come out with a new version of it, of course there's lots of research involved. We talk to our dealers, of course, and those kind of business partners, but mostly we want to talk to you guys. After all, you're out in the field using original FreePlay or other Mackie products, and we want to understand what was important to you about that product and what things we can do to make it better. So first is that FreePlay Live now includes a built-in lithium-ion battery that delivers up to 15 hours of playtime. Of course, depending on overall volume levels and type of music, your mileage may vary, but 15 hours is totally what you can get in music listening environments, things like that. Including the battery inside of the unit gives us a couple of great benefits. First off, it's not an option like the last FreePlay. You had to go and buy a separate battery pack. Most people did, right? So it was obvious that you guys wanted this built in. When you build in the battery to the FreePlay Live, what you also benefit is from a smaller design. You can get it smaller than you could if you have to have an external cavity, casing around the batteries, things like that take up room. And so with FreePlay Live, we're able to get lighter than we were with the original design. But that doesn't mean sacrificing performance. When you compare to the original FreePlay, the new FreePlay Live gets louder. We achieve a higher SPL than the original design. It gets lower. We get better low frequency response than the original. And like I just said, it's lighter, which is a great benefit. Another thing that you get with FreePlay and one of the big strengths of Mackie is wireless control and streaming. Sure, you can stream to Bluetooth with this for great sounding Bluetooth backing tracks or music listening. but also control via a wireless device. And we'll be digging into the FreePlay Connect app here shortly. Before we get into that, though, let's talk about the I/O that you see on a new FreePlay Live. FreePlay Live, you get 2 combo jacks. Combo jacks help save real estate. You don't have to have a separate XLR input and a separate 1/4 inch input. The combo jack can handle both of those. Again, just trying to keep things compact and lightweight. These feature Mackie Wide Z technology, which allows you to input a wide variety of input levels without having to have mic line buttons or separate input gain. Wide Z inputs can take a mic level signal, a line level signal, and even a high Z input like an acoustic guitar with no problems, no setting changes. Just plug it in and use your faders and you're good to go. Next to that, you'll see an 1/8 inch aux jack. While of course you can stream to FreePlay Live via Bluetooth, you may be using a phone or a tablet that doesn't have Bluetooth. Maybe you're not wanting to use Bluetooth in that particular situation. In that case, you can come out of almost any device with a headphone output and go right back into the FreePlay Live channel there. If you're a performer, that's a great way to get backing tracks or intermission music between your sets. In a corporate AV application, again, great background music in between lectures if that's what you're doing, or the after party. And of course, just for general music listening, it's just another great source to have. Next to that, you'll see the monitor out. This is a 1/4 inch output. Monitor out is meant to be connected to speakers primarily, but almost any audio source will, or any audio input will work for that. With the monitor out, the signal that comes out is after all of your level changes, your EQ changes, your reverbs, but before the master fader, and that gives you the benefit of independent level control on that additional speaker. So you'll see it as a stage monitor for sure, or maybe you're connecting up to another speaker to give you additional coverage in another room or a back part of the venue. That's what the monitor out is for. So the I/O is pretty simple, but definitely offers a robust feature set. What I think I want to do, though, is show you the FreePlay Connect app, because that is really what shows you what FreePlay can do. So let's take a look at the FreePlay Connect app. Right now I'm connected to a single FreePlay Live. And so you can see that channel 1 has its own volume, channel 2, Bluetooth, and main. Each channel also has its own independent mutes. You can label these channels, which is just fantastic if you've got different performers that use it all the time, or maybe you personally use different instruments when you perform. Since you're the one both performing and controlling the mix, anything that can help you kind of identify things at a glance is super powerful, and channel labeling certainly fits that bill. I'm using an iPad mini today because I wanted to show you another great feature of FreePlay Connect, and that it has a really responsive design. And what that means is it really reconfigures itself for the device that you have, giving you the most possible information and the most possible control for your device. So with a larger iPad mini that has more real estate than your average phone, I get a lot of information. I mean, practically everything. All my level control, control over the 3-band EQ on all 3 of these channels, and their reverb send. If I switch this into portrait view, you see that it adapts instantly, right? So here I choose at the bottom between my channels, and I just get a much larger look at the 3-band EQ and the reverb send, which is just great if you really want to fine control over a specific band or amount of reverb that you're sending. Let's take a look at the back end of FreePlay Connect. The first tab here is audio, and just a couple things here, and both of these are available as buttons on the top of FreePlay Live also. The first of those is reverb on and off. That's the master on and off for the reverb. In the mixer view, you have the individual send control to reverb for both of the analog channels. Here's where you can turn it off and on globally. And again, that's a button press that you can do on the product as well. Below that, you see speaker modes. These are application-specific speaker modes. We've been using them in popular products like our SRM loudspeakers and our Thump and Thump Boosted series loudspeakers. It essentially retunes the product to really be optimized for the application at hand. So if you're doing a speech application or performing, you want to choose live, which just gives you some really nice upfront vocal clarity and some really nice transparency that you expect out of a PA speaker. If you're just going to be listening to music, the music mode does what you might expect, gives you a little bit of low frequency boost and a little shimmer up in the highs, which is just great for general music listening. Another tab here is our snapshot, or our memory tab, which has your 3 snapshots. This allows you to save any part of all of the mix and recall that later. And to me, when I think about a singer-songwriter sort of performing piece like this, it might be that I use different guitars for different songs in the set or at different venues, and I might have different EQ curves on those. And so I can label the channels accordingly, I can put the right EQ curves in, save that, and then next time I walk into that venue or I get to that part of my set where I need to switch it over, it's really easy to recall. It just takes a lot of the guesswork out and makes setup super simple for the one-man show that often is portable PA. Under the Bluetooth tab, this is where I get to talk about speaker linking, which is one of the features you saw in the video and something I think I want to get into just a little bit more. So this is something that you see on our thumb boosted powered loudspeakers, and it's a really awesome feature of Bluetooth. Of course, you can stream to FreePlay Live via Bluetooth, but you can also connect two FreePlay Lives together via Bluetooth, and that Bluetooth audio will seamlessly shift along over to the second one, as well as control. So let's take a look at the control you get over a paired system here in FreePlay Connect, and I can describe some of the applications and how you would use that. In FreePlay Connect here, you see that there are two FreePlay Lives. We can swap between their left and right image in case wires got crossed somewhere else. And here's where you choose between stereo and zone mode. In stereo mode, I'll show you what that looks like on the mixer view. You get total control over both FreePlays, right? You get level control over both of their analog inputs, as well as control over their equalization and their reverb send. But because in a stereo mode, one FreePlay Live is acting like your left and one acting like your right, things like a Bluetooth, which is a stereo signal, you want those shared, as well as your main output. You want to share that as well. And so that's what you see when you're in stereo mode. Stereo mode is just a great way to expand and get louder in a traditional sort of left-right PA environment, at least with FreePlay Live. When we go into zone mode, the application changes. This is where you're using your second FreePlay Live, maybe as a stage monitor, maybe in another room completely or at the back of a room just to extend your audio across. In that case, you want complete independent level control. So aside from all the analog input control you saw in stereo mode, each also features their own Bluetooth level and their own main outputs, which is absolutely what you want with a completely independent speaker. Let's take a look then. The last thing is our About screen, which gives you links to our product website to get more information, which I urge you to do now also, and to contact support should you need anything like that. So that reminds me, I hope you guys are getting those questions in. We are going to be doing a question and answers here really soon at the end, and we'll also be doing the contest soon. So just hang in there, we're getting there. But what I want to show you next I think is really exciting. Certainly part of what we learned from our customers who use the original FreePlay is that they really loved how it sounded, like outside of their normal performance applications. It ended up on a shelf in their house, and they ended up using it for parties, for podcast listening, for everything you would want out of a music listening device. After all, there's things like this out on the market that cost a ton of money for home audio, and FreePlay Live, Home, and Go, these things do that effortlessly and much more cost effectively. So because they like the sound of the music so much, and I'll get a little bit into why Mackie's really great to offer this kind of great sound, let me introduce the new FreePlay Home. And these are premium Bluetooth listening devices, right? There's no XLR inputs or quarter-inch. They're not meant for that. They're meant for listening to music. And this is the smaller FreePlay Go. As you can see, FreePlay Go is really, really tiny, right? It can fit into your bag easily. Great to go into luggage, take it on your trip. And for more power, which can mean more overall output, and there's larger speakers in this guy, so more overall bass response, you get FreePlay Home. Let's talk a little bit about why FreePlay Home and FreePlay Go are going to be such awesome speakers for any type of user out there. First, I mean, you guys are in the audio field, right? You're here on this Mackie live broadcast, you use Mackie gear, you're doing something like that. But you know all your friends and family and all the people who buy Bluetooth speakers aren't doing that kind of thing. But they do look to pro audio brands when they buy their Bluetooth speakers. And we think Mackie is absolutely a great fit for that. Aside from brand recognition, they may see our thumps, they may see our SRMs. They also know people like you who can help them and tell them about why Mackie stuff is so great. A lot of what we've been able to do with FreePlay Home and FreePlay Go is in the acoustic design sort of realm and tuning, which is something I think we're really good at compared to a lot of the competition. So FreePlay Home and FreePlay Go just really sound great, have really high output, and have really, really good bass response. And part of that is because some of the techniques we've used. On FreePlay Live, you get a ported design, which is really great for live sound applications. But when you get into smaller devices like Home and Go, it can often be hard to get a good low frequency response. And we've solved that through the use of passive radiators. Both FreePlay Home and FreePlay Go both employ front and rear facing passive radiators. Passive radiators are great because they're lightweight. They're passive. They just sit here. There's no magnet. There's nothing like that. But what they can deliver is really deep, nice bass, especially from things so small. So we think you're going to really enjoy the low frequency response that you get from FreePlay Home and FreePlay Go. An added feature of both of these also is a USB charge out. Like FreePlay Live, FreePlay Home and FreePlay Go have a built-in long-lasting lithium-ion battery capable of up to 15 hours of play. But sometimes your battery can run short on your phone or tablet. If that's the case while you're out and about, just plug into the back of FreePlay Go or Home and steal a little bit of that battery power to charge your phone or device. You're still going to have plenty to listen to music, and you can keep your phone going too. So that's just a nice feature. And like on FreePlay Live, Home and Go also have that great speaker linking feature. So let's talk about this in a couple of ways. Maybe you like FreePlay Live and you own it and you use it for everything, and you like using it in your living room to listen to music too, but you want that sort of seamless room-to-room listening music experience, or you just want something that's a little bit more portable. If you buy a Home or a Go, these can link together via Bluetooth to get an awesome seamless music listening experience, either indoor, outdoor, or in multiple rooms of your home. And the same can be said over FreePlay Go. Of course, you can also link two FreePlay Homes or two FreePlay Goes together in that stereo mode, which is just a really great stereo setup for home entertainment, Netflix watching, anything like that, with the added benefit of as you leave the house, just grab one, and it's battery powered. You're good to go for whatever your sort of mobile music listening needs are. So I'd like to think of FreePlay Home and FreePlay Go not only just as a companion to your FreePlay Live, hopefully, but also something that you can share with your friends and family and all the other people you talk to that always wonder what you do in the pro audio world. Point them to Mackie, point them to a brand that delivers rock solid products that sound really good, and we think they're going to really enjoy their music listening experience using our Mackie FreePlay series. So that was a lot of stuff. I hope you guys are filling this up with questions. But let's go ahead and get into the contest, right? I know some of you are here for the contest. After all, who wouldn't want to win a FreePlay Live? So I'm going to ask you a simple question. We want to make this easy. If you just joined the podcast, I suggest going to Mackie.com and going to the FreePlay website. I think you're going to find the answer pretty easily if you're viewing the website. So the question is, what is the name of each of the three products in the new FreePlay series? Simple, right? I've said them probably 40,000 times, at least in this broadcast, I feel like. And like I said, bring up Mackie.com and you'll see all of that there. Until then, I know that you have some questions. We might not be able to get to all of them, but we will be available afterwards to answer any and all questions. I've got Jessica off camera here. She's been monitoring our feed, and she's going to give me some of your questions. So, Jessica. I'll stand here awkwardly, because I can do that too. Jessica? Jonathan would like to know how many decibels. Well, I can give you an SPL figure on FreePlay Live. It's 115 SPL. I'll dig into the, depending on what, I assume you're just looking for overall sound output is what you're looking for. If I'm wrong, let us know in the questions and I'll get back to you with more technical info on that. But 115 SPL is what we're getting out of FreePlay Live.
David would like to know, will this play while charging?
David would like to know if these will play while charging. Absolutely. All three of these can completely play while powered. If you had them in a home environment, you can keep them plugged in, and yeah, for sure.
Jonathan would like to know how many pounds?
How many pounds? FreePlay Live is at 8.8 pounds, a pretty significant reduction compared to our original FreePlay, and definitely one of the most compact and portable PA solutions out there for this kind of application. And then these guys just rank down smaller. I think we're only at like just under 2 pounds on FreePlay Go, and maybe right around right around 3 pounds on FreePlay Home. I'll get you the exact weights. We'll put that in the comments field, but they're right in that zone. And I know 8.8 for sure on the big guy.
Does it have a case?
The question is, does the FreePlay Series have a case? Yes, we will have those available shortly. FreePlay Live will have a really robust carrying case with a shoulder strap. And because it can be mounted onto a pole, that case also allows you to keep the case on while it's on the pole. So if you got a little bit of rain while you were out busking, for instance, you could get some added protection from that case being on. FreePlay Home and Go will have cases as well to protect the units during travel, and also enough space to store their power supplies. So yep, those will be coming shortly.
Is it self-powered?
Is it self-powered? I'm going to take that as, like, is it battery powerable? Absolutely. Once the battery's charged, you can take this around, carry it on your shoulder, take it anywhere, all while blasting music from your phone. So if I misunderstood that question, just try to clarify for that for me, and we can get in. But I think that's what you're getting at.
Link at the same time?
Speaker-to-speaker linking is 2 devices. Like I've said, you can mix and match which ones you connect to each other, but 2 is the total devices that you can link together in speaker linking.
When will it be available?
The question is, when will this great lineup of products be available? They're on the way out to dealers now, but of course, we deliver products all over the world, so you really want to check with your local dealer. They're going to know best about what their order was and when they're going to get it. But to give you, in the US at least, you're going to start seeing these in early June, and maybe even a little bit before that in other international locations. So I suggest getting to your dealer and talking with them about, like I said earlier, pricing to be specific and also availability. But they're on their way out now. They'll be there shortly at dealers.
If the battery's dead, will it work plugged in?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, I believe so. The battery is independent from the other. The battery's independent from the other power in. So yes, you can absolutely power any of these if the battery was completely dead or even removed from the product for some reason. That's a good question.
And price?
Yes, someone's asking about price. This is another one that I want to be sure, right? Internationally, prices can really vary for anything, and so you want to talk to your local dealer, especially outside of the US, to find about specific pricing. Now, if we're talking about in the US, the FreePlay Go, you'll find it for $179.99 street price. FreePlay Home, you'll find at $249.99 street price. And you'll find FreePlay Live at $399.99 street price. And remember, with the FreePlay Live especially, there's other solutions out there that charge you $100 for your battery and charge you for this and charge you for that. FreePlay Live is a complete solution at that price. So thanks for that question. The question is the original FreePlay as loud as the original? Absolutely. It goes toe-to-toe with the original FreePlay in every way, and we've even been able to get a little bit more SPL out of the FreePlay Live than we did the original, even in its more compact size.
Is it available for both Android and Apple?
Yeah, so the FreePlay Connect app, I walked through that a bit. That device is primarily for your FreePlay Live, where you get all the level controls. You get some functionality on FreePlay Home and FreePlay Go, but it's really about the performance and the presenting. And yes, FreePlay Connect will be available for iOS and Android, and you'll see that showing up in their stores relatively soon. So as soon as you get them in the store, it's a great way to demo them. But yes, iOS and Android for FreePlay Connect. Okay, I think that's all the questions we're going to ask for right now, or answer right now. Of course, we're going to stay on, so if you have more questions, visit the website, ask more questions, and we'll be here to answer that. But I think we're ready to do the speaker giveaway. So Jessica's been looking, and there's tons of people with correct answers, and she's going to randomly choose one. After I announce your name, just reach out to us via direct message on Facebook, and we'll work out all the details on getting you your FreePlay Live. So, Jessica, who's the lucky winner?
Eric Wesley.
Eric Wesley. Awesome. So message us, Eric, and we'll talk to you. Like I said, we'll go over all the details on how to get this to you. So as a brief wrap-up, We've not only refreshed a really popular product with the FreePlay Live, added a ton of capability, we've also extended the line into 2 awesome Bluetooth speakers. So perform, present, and play. That's what FreePlay is all about, and we think that there's going to be an awesome solution here for you. Visit Mackie.com, visit the product pages, learn everything you can. Reach out to us here on Facebook or any other social media platform if you've got any questions at all, and get to your dealer. Find out about that pricing, availability. First shipments always get sold out, so make a pre-order if you're really interested too. Thank you so much for spending your time with me today. I'm Ryan Cassady, Product Manager for Mackie. Have a great day.